June is just a few days away and is anticipated by many as it's Pride Month. York is already prepared as there are pride flags decorated around the city and excited chatter amongst people. However, do recent problems against the LGBTQ community cause pride to be more political this year? The UK Supreme Court has recently ruled back in April that sex means biological sex. Therefore, a woman is a biological woman and a man is a biological man. This permits the exclusion of trans people from single-sex spaces and limits them from pursuing equal pay claims. I interviewed Maeve, a member of the LGBTQ+ community who is affected by this new law.
My name's Maeve. I'm 25 years old. I'm a university student in final year at uni. I think Pride is important because it shows that my community is still thriving. It's still alive, despite the hard times we're having. But we'll get around to it. Not really, I'll be honest with you. I think that's because I've mostly lived in very liberal cities. York itself is quite liberal. Manchester's one of the most liberal cities in the UK, so I feel like I've been kind of safe, but I've no friends that have been, so. Bit silly if you ask me. Couple of turfs decided they want to fuck up some people. It's nasty. Might influence some worse things down the line, which still makes me scared. Makes me scared for younger trans people as well. But we just got to keep living. Keep always. I do. I think as the years go on and sort of the far right becomes more prevalent, Pride will become even more important. Not just to the people who are already queer, but people who aren't out as queer, so that they know it's still there, it's still alive, it's still thriving.
I went around York City Centre to ask the public why they think Pride is important and whether they think it's going to be political this year.
Well, I think it's really important because you've got to acknowledge the history and stuff behind people who've fought so hard for everyone's rights and everything. It's important to celebrate it, so everyone knows about it and stuff so more.
And history it's still going on today, so it's important to be aware of that.
Definitely, I think it's going to be a site for people who obviously are in favour of that ruling to kind of target it and stuff. And I just think now is a more important time than ever for people to just band together and show their support, especially for trans people.
So I imagine there would be. I think with the increasing negative rhetoric spread by political parties, especially, if you look at America, their rulings on transgender athletes, and even in reform, maybe not reform themselves, but at least lots of their supporters are talking about it. So I imagine that because as it's seen as something that more people hate, it will gather on the other side a lot more movement from people who are really behind it. So I imagine if longer term there will be a growing movement towards it.
The support for the LGBTQ+ community in the UK has been heard and continues to rise. Pride should be celebrated without any fears or judgment. You can show your support by attending York Pride, as many voices are needed at this time.